Hey everybody, and welcome to the Elevate Home Series. And today we're going to work on a little bit of posterior, a little bit of lower body, some lower back. And I have the beautiful Miss Amy, my wife, with me. And we're going to get started by giving you some coaching tips, going through the movements, make sure you're moving right. And then we'll talk about what the workout's going to be, and then we'll work out with you. So let's get started. The first movement is going to be jumping lunges. Okay, so jumping lunges, these are alternating jumping lunges. So Amy's going to stand back here, just so that your feet are in the camera a little further this way. There we go. And so now she's going to get into a lunge position. What she's really concentrating on doing is keeping her heel in line with her ankle as much as she can, okay? And then the knee underneath your hip. So her knee is underneath her hip and not further back. Give me a bad kind of position, that would be bad. So the knee is behind the hip and the knee's forward of the ankle. So we're gonna really try to keep that in that position the whole time, and we're not really going to try to bang our knee into the ground while we switch. We just wanna tap and go. Or even stop slightly above the ground. So she's gonna do a couple of jumping lunges, so she's gonna switch. So as she does it, she's making sure her weight is more in her heel rather than her forefoot. Good. Now, if that's a little tough and that is hard to do, you can do one of two things. You can do maybe more of a in-place pulsing lunge. So she's gonna just stay here and just go up and down. That will keep the impact off a little bit. You can also grab a chair or anything for a little bit of balance if that is also necessary to scale that down to your level. So those are alternating jumping lunges. The next thing is a plank. So there's a few ways to do a plank: on your elbows, on your hands. So we're gonna go on our elbows. Right, so on our elbows, and again, what we're looking for on the plank is your elbow directly underneath your shoulders in a straight line from your shoulders to your hips to your heels. So we don't want to pike up, nor do we want a kind of a saggy hip down at the bottom, okay? So really trying to keep that. And then you can either go on your hands as well. You can also grab a chair, and that chair can be up higher so that you're at a higher angle, right? So you're adding a chair in. I don't have a chair with me, I should have. But if we had a chair, she'd be on the chair, so her angle would be slightly this way, taking a little bit less weight off of you and off of your plank position. The last movement we're gonna do is a lateral plate to ground to overhead. So she's going to grab the plate, both hands. She's going to get about shoulder width apart on her feet, reach down and try to touch the weight right in line with your feet, okay? Not in front, not too far back, okay? And so you're gonna make a big rainbow over your head as you come up, flip it, and come back down, all right? So you're gonna flip the plate, flip it back up. Now you can use anything weighted. You can use smaller plates, you can use a medicine ball, you can use anything weighted for that matter. And to scale it further down, you can even use a ball or a basketball or a soccer ball, something like that, just for a point of reference. If you don't have anything at all, you can have your hands and just point and tap over and point again. So those are the three movements, keeping it simple today. But we're gonna start to work out with you here in a bit. So make sure you're ready. Let's get started. All right, everybody, it's time to work out, and the workout is going to be at this. So it's gonna be an 8-minute EMOM, which is 8 minutes, every minute on the minute. So we're going to do a certain amount of jumping lunges, and we're going to pick 20, okay? So you can scale it down from there, and you want at least to finish those 20 jumping lunges in under the minute. And hopefully you have a little bit more time than about 20 seconds or so to be done with that. And maybe not towards the end of that 8 minutes, but that's where you want to be, okay? And then the rest of that minute, we're going to hold a plank. So I'm gonna do 20 lunges, and once I hit 20, within that minute, I'm gonna hold a plank for the rest of whatever is left in that minute. So if I did it in 40 seconds, I have 20 seconds of plank, then I repeat it 8 more times. Cool? You guys ready? Let's get started. Afterwards, we're going to do 100, forgot to mention, 100 lateral plate to overhead. And then we're done. All right? Okay, you guys ready? I hope you're ready. Let's get started. All body weight today, all posterior, all lower body, and here we go. Amy's gonna use the clock. We'll keep a clock for you, so we'll kind of yell at the time, making sure that you guys hear us. All right, guys, here we go. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Try to sit back. Don't think about pushing forward. Drop the hips straight down. And upright forward. Stay in your heels. Finish. 3 seconds. And let's go. Here, bud. Lean forward. Tap back. Let's go. Tap back. Get sloppy with it. Get in the heels, step back, as you jump. Halfway there. Everybody up. Let's switch to 15. No ego here. So if you can't make 20, push the number. Get it. Stay back. Stay back. Whew. 2, 1, go. 3 more rounds. Seconds. Ten seconds. And let's go. 2 more rounds, guys. 2 more rounds. Seconds. 3, 2, 1. Last round, guys. Last round. Let's go. Make it a good one. Make it a good one. Seconds. Three, 2, 1, time. 160 lunges for Amy, more like 140 for me. Oh. So we're gonna rest a little bit. Rest until you're ready to go. We'll be back for you. All right, everybody, let's get started with our lateral plate to ground it overhead. And so I'm using a 25 pound, Amy's using a 15 pound. We're gonna accumulate 100, that's right. 100 of these any way you want. Rest as needed. In 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Back. All right, guys, finish up if you haven't already. A lot more on the forearms than I expected. Hope you guys had a good time and a good workout. We'll see you on the next one.